Hi, boys and girls. Boy, we don't know if Ivan is alive or not, but I'm hoping in the next few pages we will find out. Here is a little more of the one and only Bob. No movement, no nothing. But after a few more minutes, one thing is clear. A gorilla-shaped mound has appeared, covered by dust and dirt and debris and splattered with rain. It just lies there. I've lost a lot in my life. My whole family, Stella. But Ivan? No, it can't happen. Not Ivan. Miracle. The mound sits up. Gorilla Ghost. Ivan emerges from a cloud of dust like a jumbo-sized ghost. He blinks several times, coughs, shakes, stretches a little, and he's holding a banana, which he proceeds to eat. Everyone, and I do mean everyone, cheers. Wolf on the run. I scramble over to Ivan and he gives me a look that says, "You're the best, Bob." "I thought you were a goner," I say, licking some banana goo off his chin. "Me too." Ivan seems a little dazed. His eyelashes are white with dust. "What happened anyway?" "Tornado." "Is Ruby okay? Kenyani? Julia? George?" "I haven't seen Julia or George yet, but Kenyani's over there. Carry on." A paramedic holding a box of medical equipment approaches us nervously. "I got this," calls a woman I recognize as one of the park veterinarians. The paramedic looks very happy to step aside. The vet gently firmly pushes me out of the way. "I'll be back," I tell Ivan. I run to Kenyani. "He's good. He's totally good." The look of joy in her eyes makes me want to give her an affectionate nose nudge. Well, almost. From there, I join Ruby and Maya. "I was so scared, Bob," Ruby whispers. "Me too," I admit. "Me too. But he's fine, I promise." We watch a pair of otters dart past, chased by a guy with a net. One of the firefighters who'd been clearing the debris yells, "We're clear here, no sign of other victims." Sarah closes her eyes and I can smell the relief in her tears, while Maya listens to her walkie-talkie, trying to make stock of the damage in the park. Officer Williams' police radio hisses and crackles with new problems, new flooding, and dire predictions. "Copy that," he says to her radio. "Even with the chaos and the noise, I'm close enough to the radio to catch the tiny sound of frantic barking." "We've got a unit reporting the animal shelter down and streets flooding," Officer Williams says. "Also, we got a trailer park damage on 12th Street and Oak down on Nelson Avenue blocking traffic and a big rig overturned near the fairgrounds. And that's just for starters." Out of the corner of my eye, I notice something airborne. It's graceful and bold, like a huge wingless bird, and the crowd gasps. It's Kimu. He lands on the hood of the Officer Williams squad car. His eyes are glazed and his coat is wet and shimmering. We got a 1091 here," Officer William whispers into the receiver. "Confirmed. Seems that, a wolf is on top of my vehicle." Slowly he reaches for his pistol on his hip. "Please advise." Shots fired. Several officers raise their gun. The tranquilizer dart guy takes aim too. "No," Maya yells, "no guns." Kimu blinks and eyes darting right to left and then leaps off the car with such grace and speed, it's like he owns the wind. 2 shots ring out and silence follows. "Was he hit?" someone asked. Maya closes her eyes. "I sure hope not." "I sure hope so," somebody else yells. Jungle. As I watched that leap, watched Kumani fly, I didn't know what to think. Part of me was like, "Go for it, dude." And the other part of me was thinking, it's a jungle out there. A situation. Officer Williams climbs onto the picnic table. Someone hands her a megaphone so she can be heard over the din. "Folks," she yells, "listen up. We got a handful of animal control workers coming over, but several roads are already flooded out, and the weather guy says Gus is going to take his sweet time. Meantime, park supervisors, call in more help, but only if your workers can get here safely." The unmistakable roar of Big Cat rolls over us like slow thunder. "Any more trank guns?" Officer William asks, as the park director, who's just arrived. "There's 3 in reserve," she answers. "Nets?" "We have a dozen." "Okay then," Officer Williams' radio crackles. "I can hear more shouting and more barking dogs. Shelter's flooded," she said. Yeah, that's happened there before, the director says, usually just a foot or two of water. Okay, public safety is where we start. Officer Williams wipes rain off her forehead. We need to get the word out that those animals are on the loose. Of course, said the director. We have protocols in place, but we need to be careful how we word this. People might overreact. They might, ma'am, a firefighter interrupts. I see a python in my backyard. I'm sure as heck gonna overreact. First things first, Officer Williams. Triage the main office. Check wreckage for any survivors, human or animal. Fan out with trank guns. Get an inventory of how many animals are loose. I wonder how it's possible that Officer Williams can seem so composed. The air reeks with fear from animals, bird, and people, and from me. And yet she doesn't seem worried about herself, just other people. Weird the way some humans stick their necks out for others. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? And again, the crackle, the hiss, the barking. My ears perk up for a minute. Was that the familiar voice? Maybe someone I know in the slammer? I'm going to the shelter at the elementary school, Sarah says. Her hands were trembling, but her voice is firm. To look for George and Julia, just in case. She strokes my head, and I'm happy to let her. I wonder if I should tag along with her, see if I can help out, now that I know that Ivan and Ruby are safe. Hiss, crackle, meow, bark. I hear it again. My eyes go on alert, and my body goes rigid. No, it's impossible. Never. Some barks you never forget. One place. I know what I have to do. Despite the turmoil all around me, the noises, the smells, the fear, the confused humans, the frantic animals, despite my worries about Julia and George, I know there's one place I need to be. All right, boys and girls, Bob is hightailing it out of there and running to go someplace he thinks he really needs to be. Where do you think he's going? Make a prediction. After he's hearing the mews and barks from far away, where do you think he wants to go? Tell me what you think. Ciao, ciao for now.